Wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Will you be mine? Will you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Hello, boys and girls. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you Negroes. I hope everybody is doing well today. How y'all doing? Sit on down, get comfortable. We're gonna chit chat a little bit. I'm still on a high. I'm still on a high, y'all. So we gonna chit chat about it, We're gonna talk about it a little bit. Well, so all of the troubles I've been running into with the move and them charging me the extra $200 to re-deliver the machines. Well, the machines are finally here. Now I just gotta wait for the electrician who was supposed to call me Tuesday or be here Tuesday. Nonetheless, they are here. Both plugs are here because the smart ass tried to tell me it was only one plug, and then he turns around and brings me two, which is what I told him. This is the 240 plug. That's one of them. This is the three-prong variant. They're both 240 watts. I told him, but they smart asses. But anyway, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, y'all. My curtains will be in a little bit. Hopefully my son will come put them up because he can do it. He ain't even got to. He's so tall, he ain't even got to stand on nothing like me. I'm a midget. So the $200, and I told y'all I paid it because I was looking at it like I'm already winning. I'm not gonna let this little 166.92 stop me from getting them. That's $80 a piece. That's the way I looked at it. And then my guy calls me 2 days later and said, "Guess what? I got you some more money." And they gave me $250 that I could spend on the television and $200 on something else. Right? The television had to be separate. Okay. I don't know why they did it that way. Because if they just would let me spend the $450, I was gonna go to Best Buy and get that 75-inch Insignia, which is the same as the TVs I already got, and they all take the same remote, which is a Fire Stick remote. And I was gonna get another Echo Dot, but they forced me to do it this way. So found this TV at Walmart just to make it simple. Because I already told them, I'm gonna spend that money. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna spend. I think I got everything spent. Say $33, and I'm gonna spend them other $33 too. I always need some Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. So that's what, 4 bars plus tax, or 5 bars plus tax. Anyway, so I wanted a 75. I wound up with this 58, which is virtually a 60. I looked at it on the brighter side that it's gonna save me money on the back end because now I can get a smaller TV stand. Because see, the 75 gotta have a big stand. And I still may even buy that 75. This may just go in my den. I ain't pay for it. It ain't cost me nothing. And the 75-inch was $399.99, $400 plus the $49.99 for the Echo Dot. That was gonna be do my math, $449.98. I was gonna spend everything except 2 pennies. But anyway, I got the TV in here. We just picked it up. But of course, y'all know I gotta give y'all the real. So, was there anything else? So went to before I went inventory online in my app. Now let me explain this to y'all, because the dude in the store was stupid. trying to be a smart ass and look like he ain't never used a computer in his life. Oh, hey, Walmart.com. You gonna have to go on there and order. It wasn't Walmart.com, smart ass. It was the app. And when you walk into the store, it automatically syncs with your phone if you're registered like I am, and it'll tell you what aisle and what area the store something's in if you've ever used the app. So it does, and it also gives you the option to pick it up, to have it delivered same day, because I'm a Walmart Plus member, or you can have it shipped. So it's 3 different options on the app, and it doesn't give you all 3 when it's not in stock, right? Hold on, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I ain't smoked in a while because I've been with Chuck. Hold on. Let me, okay, boom. Flipped it. So anyway, y'all, first of all, we stood back there for 30 minutes because the girl was by herself. She was struggling to get the security tag off. She's calling for help. But they don't like doing no work. I told y'all about that. It ain't just the women. The customer service ladies in the yellow vest, it's all of them. This is why I'm telling y'all, Walmart is gonna turn into distribution center. You ain't everything gonna be delivered because of they shitty ass customer service and they costing the company money. Look at California. Remember, y'all may not remember about 3 years ago, this is after COVID, 2 years ago. All of those Walmarts closed in California because of the theft, plus the bad customer service. The year-to-date sales was down. It was a whole lot. Walmart said, fuck it. And they closed like 10 stores. And then the people on the news were, it's going to be a food desert. And it's the only place for some of these people. Well, maybe y'all shouldn't have been stealing. And you shouldn't have been nasty with your customer service. These people are so entitled today. They think that they pose to get a check. And they ain't got to do nothing but show up. And somebody just going to hand them money. This is what they honestly believe. They honestly believe that shit. That's the way they operate. That's their attitude, right? That's the attitude. It's unbelievable. And no, I'm not wearing the same shirt. I had a long sleeve shirt on when I went to court. And I just came home and threw this on because it was hot as shit outside. And I had this laying on my bed still when I took it off. Anyway, I don't give a shit. I'm still blessed. I'll wear this shirt every damn day if I want. Oh, the name of the cologne. It comes from Third Phase Oils here in Charlotte. It's called Lion of Judah. That shit is incredible. I mentioned it on the live stream yesterday, somebody on the point. So, anyway, those of you who care, you into colognes and stuff. Third Phase Oils, Graham Street in Charlotte. Tell them B-Ben Israel sent you. So anyway, the girl is there struggling. She's calling for help. Because they don't do nothing. They just walk around the store. They little desk, hiding, waiting, burning time. They not doing nothing. You don't never see them carrying nothing, moving much. Why y'all got these little girls, again, with big old TVs that need to be loaded? She supposed to be able to make a call within 5-10 minutes, somebody be there. 30 minutes went by. Me and Chuck both disabled. Chuck uses a cane. You can see, like we're asking for help. We're being patient with her because she was sweet. She was very nice. So this dude, so one dude came up to load the TV into the shopping cart. Another dude, the old man, he want to come, act like he the boss. So I'm like, well, can I give you this model number of this sound bar that I'm looking for? Well, no, I'm going to show you what we got. That's not what the fuck I asked you. I didn't cuss like that there, but What happened to customer service? And I'm asking him that because him showing me a bunch of boxes, I'm blind, nigga. Which is why I'm asking you what I'm asking you. And then he gonna go, well, I said, I don't give a fuck what you said. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. And if you learn how to do some customer service or you don't want to know how to do it, stop standing behind the counter. You don't know how to run no register. You work in the back. This is what you supposed to do. They don't want to do their jobs. He gonna walk with, they just want to point, yeah, over there. And then they run in the back and hide, act like they doing something, pretending to be busy. Mexicans do that too. They real good at it. Y'all think, oh, they work so hard. No, they don't. I'm gonna show you the video of the guys bringing the washing machine and dryer. Freaking frat. One man could have did that job. I'm like, why are both of these dudes here? Bring one machine in, go back out and get the other machine. Why they both rolling two machines up the ramp at the same time when you can only bring one through the door at a time? So why you got two people doing the job of one? But they charging the extra delivery because they got to pay both of them dudes. Why you paying both of them dudes? The furniture people, it was one dude, and he did more. He got to use tools and hook shit up. All they got to do is roll it in and plug it in. And that's all they got to do. That don't take no expertise. You ain't got to know how to use no tools to do that. I'll save that for the other video. But and my man Chuck was like, why you ain't just talk to the manager? And what I said to him, he was like, I've heard that before. I said, attitude reflect leadership. That comes from Remember the Titans. The black boy was talking to the white boy. He always called the white boy Superman. He got injured, paralyzed. And they became best friends, that dude. Attitude reflect leadership. So all of these people, and that ain't my first experience. I had the same problem when I went to get the extension cord, remember? It's the same thing. And I've been noticing. Nobody wants to work. They don't want to do the work. Is that what I told y'all yesterday on the Riverstones video? Yesterday morning? You got to do the work in the field. Nigga. They don't want to do that. They just want, and then they go home, tell their wives, their girlfriends, their husbands, oh, I worked so hard today, and you won't believe this customer I had. I told him, you told me, I'm paying you, bitch. The fuck is you talk about, nigga? Well, I'm trying to tell you. And I started digging in my pocket, and I realized I ain't have my knife. I usually don't go nowhere without my knife. Because them is fighting words. You want a grown man gonna tell another grown man, I said, I ain't your bitch, nigga. Fuck is you talking to? I heard what you said, which is why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's a female, that's a bitch tendency. Men don't do that. I said, well, a man may do that to a woman, his girlfriend or wife or somebody, but men don't do that to each other. No, sir. And I took my knife out because I had to go through the metal detector when I went down to the courthouse. Ooh, I was in that courthouse and then I ran right into going to get the CV. So I've been gone for quite a while. But I'm sorry, thank you. I'm just trying to get situated again. I trained customer service. I worked in customer service and sales, and for the most part, that's what I did. And I did training and for new hires and existing employees, different capacities, but same thing. We used to teach providing world class customer service. Now, the example of that today I can think of is Chick-fil-A. Generally speaking, when you go into a Chick-fil-A, you're getting world class customer service. You're not at your regular fast food place. You know that. And because of the experience they want to provide. McDonald's was like that in the 80s and early 90s. That's the way McDonald's used to be and thought of. Going to McDonald's was an experience because families, they got the playhouses, all of those, people to come in and, the travelers. You wanted to razzle dazzle. I remember the sign used to say, millions served. Now today, it says billions served. They didn't even let us get tips. People will be trying to tip us or my employees. No, ma'am. This is our job. We're doing our job. Thank you. We're glad you're happy. But you don't owe us anything. But they were so enamored with the service they received. They wanted to give it tip. I said, I heard. And then it's an Indian lady. I don't know where she came from. I don't know why she brought her little midget ass back there. She's standing over there by the register because the girl was calling for help. Now, 30 minutes later, these people show up. She's telling them over the intercom or whatever she was using, walkie-talkie, cell phone. I need somebody to put this big TV in the car. The box was bigger than the little Indian lady. Like, man, what are you gonna do? She's just standing there and then she gonna, after the black guy walked off. Because when you respond to them with the same energy, oh, they're so offended that slight that they perceived and created, right, in their own imagination. All he had to do was allow me to speak. Sir, and I told the Indian lady, ma'am, we're both disabled and I'm legally blind. I need somebody to read the box. Can y'all not do that? Oh, no, we don't do that. What do you mean you don't read the box? I said, bullshit. I'm not listening to this. This is foolish. Attitude reflect leadership. They want to do as little as possible. What the hell was you doing? Everything is in cages. Is that what you do all day? Just unlock cages? Is that what you do? So people could buy underwear and socks? Get Tylenol and shit? What do you do? What were you doing that was so involved that it took you 30, 40 minutes to get over here to help this young lady? And they showed up at the same time, which I found very suspicious. What was y'all doing? Y'all in the back, all y'all in the back huddled up some damn place. That's what y'all was doing. So, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. But Chuck, we walking out and he's like, man, you don't want to talk to the manager? I said, no. Attitude reflect leadership. You think they acting this way by accident, all of them? Oh, the Indian lady. What are you talking about, man? Oh, she got smart. Well, we're remodeling. No shit, lady. I'm like, I can see that, ma'am. It's obvious. They got sections blocked off, shelves are empty. When you pull up into the parking lot, they got the construction tape around the fences so you can't see in. Blue, you could, ma'am. We drove up, we saw under construction. Thank you. We got it. Why is that relevant to him reading a box to me? Because the shape of the Hisense box is different than just a regular sound bar. It's 5.1. It got 5 speakers or 4 speakers in the subwoofer. You got the 3 speakers in the subwoofer. You got the 2 satellites, the sound bar, and the subwoofer. It's like a L-shaped box. So sometimes they be stacked. They make stacks of them, or they may even put those in the front of the store. Can I give you the model number? Oh, you need to go on to Walmart.com. Sir, I know how Walmart.com works. Thank you. I came here because it wouldn't allow it to put it in the shopping cart and choose same day. Hell, I could have chose 3 hours or less on that item. And if by chance when they start the shoppers go around looking for it and they can't find it, then they'll go back and automatically ship it to you from the warehouse. That's how it normally works. But you're too busy just to look in the computer. Nigga, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to the cashier. Can I give somebody the model number? I got it right here. You think customers normally walk in with model numbers? I've done the research. But they so trying to prove how big and bad they are, how important they are. And you ain't in charge of shit, nigga, but the dolly. Get your punk ass out of here. I'm digging for my knife, boy. It's sitting on my dresser. I feel uncomfortable when I didn't realize I have it. Now I'm uncomfortable. Now I realize at the time in the Walmart, I'm like, ooh, boy. I remember my grandmother had a similar situation. This would have been 1993. She had bought a TV. No, it would have been 1994. I had just started school. I was in college. And she called me and said, I need you to go to Walmart with me this weekend, so your Uncle Jack is going to come get you. Okay, cool. And when I got home, we went to Weedsboro, North Carolina's Walmart. That was the closest one, about 40 minutes away, 30, 40 minutes away. My grandmother was trying to return the TV for the one she really wanted. You know, oftentimes the box is the same, and she made a mistake. She couldn't find her receipt. They giving her a hard time in the store. My grandmother will cut you. Would used to. She started digging in for her knife. I said, "Oh shit, let me talk to you for a minute, man." Pulled him away. You in danger. You don't even know it. But look, my grandmother paid with a credit card. Do you have a way of searching for the receipt based on the credit card? He was like, "Yeah, it's gonna take a little while." I said, "Tell you what, I'm gonna take her over to Captain D's because she hungry. She hangry, and that by the time we get back, that should be enough." And sure enough, when we came back, he had found a receipt, swapped it out, went home. I hooked it up to the antenna on the roof. Yeah, we had to do that. There wasn't no satellite out there or cable back then. Not that was affordable. That was a different timeline. Satellites were just starting to come out. Back then, people still had them big satellites that rotated to get stations out in the country. But, you know. But I'm like, why do I have to teach people how to be a decent citizen to other people? My grandmother was an old woman. Why did it take me going with her? We got 2 disabled people standing in Walmart. One has a cane. Why? I'm asking for extra assistance, which is the law. They are required to accommodate you. Chuck really should have been in the electric buggy, but for some reason it wasn't none by the front door. Normally they have 3 at both doors. The store it wasn't that busy. It's the middle of the afternoon. It ain't that busy. And on a weekday. I've been in there on a Saturday when it was busy. Never had a problem getting an electric buggy because I was gonna get one too, like we did when we went to Lowe's. He was in a buggy, electric, and so was I. What probably happened is they all got piled up at the other door, but it's their job to. They standing there talking, chit chatting, and putting the highlighter on the receipt. Call somebody, one of them guys in the back that ain't doing shit, Mr. Know It All. Ask him to come up here and move the electric buggies for people, so that disabled people ain't gotta try to do it themselves by walking to the other end. And if there's only two over there, leave one, bring one, so you got it both of them covered. You ain't got that many disabled people in there. When have you ever been to a Walmart and it wasn't one at one of the doors? It's a rare thing, but I'm talking about in the middle of the week, in the afternoon when people still at work. Anyway, I'm very happy. Things is working out. So Chuck is he got a Walmart by his house. He's gonna check over there. I told him, why don't you just order it, man? Because I want that specific one. I don't want just a sound bar. I want that specific one because it got the true surround sound. It got the up firing speakers, and it's rated very good. Now I could have got it. We could have went to Best Buy and just got what I wanted. I'm accommodating everybody by settling for a smaller TV. But the way I looked at it is that I'll probably put it in his living room in the short term. Eventually, I don't know, I'm going to see what it look like against my wall. If it's big enough, I'll settle for it. If it ain't big enough, I'll put it in the den, put this TV in a bedroom. I got to do that anyway. So I'm ahead of the game. I just got a free TV. And I'm going to get a surround sound system out of it. Because the subwoofer is wireless and the satellite speakers tether off of the subwoofer. If y'all trying to get an understanding of what I'm talking about, I'm giving them the price. It's $179. You're only gonna have one at that price. Just like the TV. Like when we walked in, they had a stack of a 55 inch that was more expensive. I guess it was a better quality grade. I don't care about that. It's the sound that I care about. But one, there was a stack of the 238s, and it was a stack of the three. I think it was more expensive, so it might have been $299. I can't remember, but I'm not gonna pay more for a smaller TV. I'd rather get it's only 3 inches, but I'd rather have the less expensive TV. They wasn't gonna let me get the other one anyway. Otherwise, I would have just went to Best Buy. Or actually, I could have went on Amazon because Amazon delivers for Best Buy. That's how I got the two TVs I got now. The Amazon man brought them from Best Buy. No, it was a Amazon Flex driver. I saw him two different occasions. It's the same guy. He was always delivering the TVs, and he explained it to me. But and Walmart and Amazon are competing now. Like you can't buy a Fire Stick from Walmart no more because they sell their own under that on brand. That's the Walmart brand now, and they got their own streaming sticks. And one of them is actually pretty good. It's $59.99. It's the Pro. It's the Pro variant. I ain't paying $60. Well, I mean, you ain't hearing from me, but you could. It doesn't have the same restrictions that Fire Sticks have through Amazon. Let's say that. You take that information and do what you want. Do what you will with it. I'm not really interested in that. Um, but the sound quality, that I am interested in. So I want that. So I did research on it. I don't just buy stuff randomly because I like the way it look. I'm finding out which model is like, why this model $20 more? What it do? What's the difference? This one's actually cheaper than the more expensive model. They got a higher model, but it don't do the same thing that the lesser expensive model does. It's a higher wattage, but the sound is it's a processor in the sound bar that makes the illusion of Dolby audio. The sound bar I'm looking at has what they call DTS-X, Dolby 5.1, True 5.1. That's why you got the up-firing speakers. It's a better sound, even though it's a little bit less wattage. I think the other one was like 510, and the one I'm looking at is 440, but it's a better quality sound bar because it bounces the sound waves up, and it immerses you. And if you haven't, I remember I used to sell home theaters. I know this very well. I used to tell people this all the time. Yeah, you can get the one that's in the newspaper, or let me show you a better one that's gonna save you some money. I sold people what they wanted, not what they just selling more expensive stuff for the sake of selling them expensive things. I took care of people. That's how I kept customers, and I retained customers well. I when I could save somebody some money or put the money in a better direction. Um, Back then, you hook the orange cable up from the receiver to the from like the DVD player, to the from the DVD player to the receiver. The orange cable, it's an optical cable. It gives you true sound. So when you listening to it on your speakers, like say there's a helicopter going across the TV screen, the speakers, you would hear the helicopter in this ear, and then it would go behind you and you would hear it in this ear. But if you don't have that, the optical cable, what you're hearing is coming out of both ears at the same time. It ain't following the screen or a bullet whisking. You hear it in this ear, and then like that, instead of it all just shouting at you. But now they got better technology, so you got the processor trying to mimic that, but it's not true surround sound, if that makes sense. Same thing with the subwoofer. It reacts better. Instead of it just pumping bass out constantly, it's only gonna pump bass out when it's supposed to. And the cable is a different cable. Now I think you use the HDMI with the eARC is the way you do it. And it comes with the cable. Back in the day, they didn't give you the cable. You had to pay for that damn cable because the parts, batteries, and accessories. But yeah, the attitude reflect leadership. I said, Chuck, I'm not talking to the manager because I guarantee they got the same attitude. That's why the employees do. What the hell is the manager at? Ain't they supposed to be managing? Usually you got to go find the manager and they got to come out the back because they ain't doing shit either. You can't manage from the back. You got to manage from the front. So, and if it ain't the store manager, where the assistants at? What they doing? I know they got more than one in a big store like that. The money they make, they probably got a bunch of them, or one for each department. So where the assistant manager that's over the electronics? This is twice in less than a week. in less than a week. You got little girls back here that don't understand electronics. They can't lift nothing. What are they doing? Even if she can ring the TV up, she can't pick it up and put it in the shopping cart. She ain't strong enough. It took me and Chuck to get that TV in here because we both disabled. But just astounding. It's astounding. So how I'll handle it is that I don't deal with store managers no more. I go right to corporate. I'm gonna call corporate on their ass, and I might end up getting my damn sound bar for free. Cause that's why I call corporate. I don't know if y'all remember I blacked out when me and Nene went up to Cleveland for my cousin's wedding. I blacked out in that damn airport, and they started kicking out $100 in vouchers for future flights and shit. Now you gonna give me something? Got me sitting in this. I was only supposed to have an hour layover in LaGuardia. I ended up being there overnight. They had to put us in a hotel. It was ridiculous because they kept making mistake after mistake after mistake. We just sitting there waiting. When you told us we were gonna fly out at 8. We was originally supposed to fly out at 12:30. That turned into 4:30. Then they come over the thing at we sitting at the terminal, by the way, and they told us that yeah, we're not gonna ship out. They running late. They waiting on a pilot or something. 5:30. So I said, well, we've been here all day. We ain't ate. Let me run to the little food stand. About 5 minutes and walk up the terminal to grab me and her a slice of pizza. About the time I got back and getting a slice of pizza, then I'm boarded the plane. Wait a minute, y'all just came up to the gate with a little where they check you in before you go down to the tarmac. Yeah, the pilot is late. We'll start boarding at 5:30. I'm looking at my clock. It ain't 5:30. It's when I went to go get the pizza, it was like 10 minutes to 5. No, it was 4:30. I went over there to get the pizza. It was a long line. I came back to the terminal at 10 minutes after 5. It was 5:10. Y'all boarded the plane 20 minutes early. You didn't say we were flying out at 5:30. You said we would start boarding at 5:30. It was still up there on the electronic board. They didn't even change the board yet. I'm like, y'all, that's the fastest damn plane boarding I've ever seen. Nene had never flew before, so she thought it was another plane. But we're sitting right there in the front row. There's nothing but air and opportunity in between the stewardesses and where we were sitting. We were in the front row. And I'm pissed off because it's her first time flying. I'm trying to give her a good experience. And it's like, y'all done had 2 delays already. So anyway, they rescheduled us for the next flight, which was supposed to cousin Wayne. Call him back. I gotta plug in though. It was nasty. I said, she asked me then too, do I want to speak to her manager? I said, no, I want to speak to somebody on the corporate level who ain't in no stewardess type uniform. I want to see somebody in grown people business clothes. That person is who I want to speak to. Well, we'll try to get somebody out here. Don't try. Since you got me sitting here, don't try being here all day now. Cause when we get to 8 o'clock, 8:30, when we start boarding at 8, fly out at 8:30. That's what they promised. Then they done changed it again. It ain't no weather. Ain't no weather event going on. It didn't snow till the next morning, and we still flew out in that. What did I do? Oh, I turned the camera around, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I hit the flip button by accident. So anyway, yeah, so eventually they brought somebody from the corporate level, the executive level rather, and they came down and put it. What you gonna do? That's what I want to know. What you gonna do? I've been here all day. Y'all know my story. What you gonna do? Y'all expecting us to sleep in this terminal tonight? We've been here all day. We can't eat anything. Ain't nothing open by this point. They put us in a hotel, Queens Boulevard in Queens, New York. Why does that sound familiar? Did any of y'all know why I mentioned Queens Boulevard just now? What's famous about that? Anybody know? What's famous about Queens Boulevard? If you remember Coming to America, the restaurant McDowell's was on Queens Boulevard in in Queens, New York. Remember, that's where they went. He went to Queens to find his queen, and he was working in a restaurant on Queens Boulevard. It was a reoccurring theme in that movie, The Queens. Right? Thought I'd throw that out there, that little tidbit. I don't know if y'all like tidbits, but the hell is going on? Oh, is my Wi-Fi not on? No, I don't think it is. Let's see. Let's get the Wi-Fi going again. This is my backup phone. It's this one I should be streaming on. But anyway, yeah. But these companies are struggling today. McDonald's just stays in business because of sheer volume and numbers. But on an individual restaurant basis, man, they're managed horribly today. And most of these fast food places you go into, I be nice and speaking to the people and how's your day and greeting them when they should be doing that to me. I do it to them. Me and the young lady and Chuck, we all had a nice little conversation back and forth going. And I saw she was struggling, so I was giving her some grace to get that together, and she was calling for help. I want to show y'all something. I don't know, where is it at? Hold on. I don't know if y'all saw this, but wow, I just glanced up at it. Yeah. I hate when things are remote control. I got 1,000 remotes. I like when things are like have an app and Alexa compatible, so I can get rid of these remotes. But anyway, let me flip. Why is that still open? I have no idea. Oh, you know why? My hold on. I get it. I had the tripod squeezed in it. There we go. I don't know why I didn't notice it before. Wait, now where's my regular screen? Okay, there you go. Let me flip you around. Show y'all something. I'll see my tiger. I see my lights by my tiger. Like, yeah, baby, it's coming along. Little accent piece to highlight the tiger. And I'm gonna get y'all see my runner on my table. My table's a little junky because I've been working today. But I'm gonna get a runner that matches that tiger. I saw a rug too, an area rug, that tiger skin, but that might be too much. That might be overkill. I don't know. I had to think about it. It was a little expensive too. Um, and I haven't even measured my floor. But now I'm waiting to see how much of my deposit I get back from the apartment. We'll see. But those lights look good. It looks better in the dark at night. And then I turn the lights down to like 10%. It looks good. Now the good thing about the lights, they were chargeable, so it's give and take, right? Choices and trade offs. So I couldn't find one like I wanted with Wi-Fi app capabilities, Alexa compatible. It seemed like a simple thing because my the neon lights that I use, like behind the TV and on my stand over there, they're Wi-Fi compatible, and it was like $10 for them lights. And the funny thing is, now that I think about it, the only thing about those lights is they're not rechargeable. Like I gotta plug them in, so I would have had a wire hanging down, and I didn't want that. Um, Now they would have made that wireless. That was the only next step where it's just rechargeable, or it had its, yeah, rechargeable. Like other things I have, I would have used them neon light strips and backlit the painting. That would have been fly. That'd have been fly as hell. But little accent piece. When the lights are dimmed at night, you get the blue light behind the TV glowing. You get that going. Y'all know I'm into that mood thing. I like it to be a mood. Um, I was gonna tell y'all something else, but I don't have the next part of the story, so I don't want to do a live yet. I'm gonna save that. But listen, it's been real. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share on your way out the door. And thank you for stopping by the People's Podcast. I am your host, V Ben Israel, the People's Champ. But you can call me V. It's your boy.